big guy?
Shitting me? You don't just $19.99. You don't need all these. Here's how to work.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Billy Mays here. Hi, Billy Mays. Just $19.99.
Here's how to work. Are you on your feet all day? All day.
Shitting me? For just $19.99.
Everyone.
Here's how to work. Is real.
Kaboom, boom, boom, boom. Spam, bam, balam. Cause flush. Welcome to the jungle.
Just Call
Porky
Makover says,
beans.
all the bots that copyright claim VODs are going to be so confused.
That's right. They're gonna say, what the hell was that? That was Billyverse. And he now has a cooldown that I don't even know, because I made it random. Let's see, up this way. Each person now has a 60-second cooldown per command and
Stream Elements says,
per stuff.
Scorpwana is now live. Streaming Star Trek Online.
Star Trek.
Star Trek Online. Let's discuss topics / rating disabled. September 27th, 2022.
And yes, I did watch Quantum Leap episode. The second episode they broadcast. I don't know if it's the numbers.
To be alive! If you can't do that, live!
If you can't do that, live. Hello, Arcana Loath. Quantum Leap. Yeah, the Billyverse command.
Just Call Makover says, I can tell when it is going to be the broken leap sound because it starts off louder than other leap sounds.
That's right.
The bots have returned.
The original one I got from an introduction type thing or whatever. But that one right there is like direct sound effect from the show type thing. Unless you know the number of the leaps.
Just Call Makover says, so Billyverse.
Yes. Billyverse, at most, will be on a 15-minute cooldown. Somewhere between 5 minutes and 15 minutes. Randomly. He will not be able to be used until after that. I think. I'm not too sure. But I'm sure. I'm sure that I'm not sure about. Yes. Because I think, what, number 4?
Just Call Makover says, you are sure. Just Call Makover says, for now.
For now.
Just Call Makover says, we will see in 10 minutes.
Yes. Or will we see in 15 minutes? Because I have it set in a list / array of 300 seconds, 600 seconds, or 900 seconds. So it chooses in between 3, 6, 9. So it's not in between 3 and 9. It's either of those. So it's either 5, 10, or 15 minutes exactly. But each person gets a 60-second cooldown whenever a sound plays. While the sound itself actually gets a 60-second cooldown anyway. Which means nobody can play that shit, the same sound twice, in 60 seconds. It's a little doodling I made. I'm not done with it. I just
Call
messing
Makover
around.
says, I think you should lock sound request behind bits and have the 60-second cooldown.
Yeah, that's what most people probably would do. That's for sure. Make it behind bits where people have to actually pay money to play the sound. I don't like that though. Maybe points. Points I can probably see, but that'd be like a whole nother ball game there.
Just Call Makora says, not bits, channel points.
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, I could do that now since I've figured out how to have it listen for channel points. There's a third-party DLL out there that's associated with that I figured out for I Am Aquathor, where he can play video clips whenever people use certain channel points. That'd be a way. I can get my Zen to dilithium that way. Do 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 do. Fire. Damn it, damn. But you could put like a number after the sound that you want to play that has multiple ones. See, at the end of that one, you can hear it go. The theme music start up a little bit. Like, doo-doo-doo-doo. But the other three sounds of quantum leaping is actually someone extracted the sounds. Yeah.
Just Call Makora says, still on cooldown.
Yes, he is. I even was thinking about bringing back the get cooldown information thing so it would tell you how long you have.
Just Call Makora says, another test in 3 minutes.
Another one? Well, yeah, it's going to be anywhere. It's only 5, 10, or 15. It goes by seconds instead of actually minutes and shit. So 300 equals 5. And I can keep adding to it, like different numbers. That it just randomly chooses.
Says, yes, I am testing each level to see where I landed.
Did you start a timer counter thingy, though, when you first started? And after to play the sound the first time? So, well, you know how long. I mean, did you wait like 5 minutes after? Now it's going to be another 5 minutes. Minutos. Or should Billyverse be on a, like, points thing? 1,000 channel points to use Billyverse.
Just Call Makora says, no, but I ran the command right before stream started, and stream started at 11 p.m. best time zone, so I have a good idea when to do it.
Very true. Very true. See? Math wizard. Common sense math wizard. I'm dumb sense. I'm not common. I'm not even street smart. I'm what's left out of the change that people use and say keep the change. That's how smart I am. I'm dumb smart. Irrelevant information smart. Dude, I came across a video that said that DC finally released the name of the original true Joker that Batman has always been after, like, you know, forever. Like since the beginning of the Arkham Batman. Not the you know, Joker from the Adam West days, but like the one that's well known, like even in the video games and stuff like that, like the one from the animated series and stuff. Bet you can't guess what his name is without looking it up, because you will not guess the name of the original of the Joker, who's never had an actual. People have suspected there have been like 3 Jokers, which are like canonized or whatever.
Arcanoloth says, Big Chungus.
Big Chungus? No. And everybody, like, you know, the 1989 Batman movie, it was Jack Napier, right? So they've kind of always just thrown that in there as like saying, oh, it's Jack Napier. But it hasn't been. But apparently, all this time, ever since Batman met the Joker the first time in the cartoon series and beyond that, like in the comics after that.
Just says, if Billy gets locked behind points, I think it should cost roughly the amount of points it would take to earn within a single stream. Since you average about 3 hours per stream.
Son of a bitch.
Just Call Makora says, Jack Oswald White.
You look that up, you damn it. Anyways, apparently Batman has always known the original name of the Joker, and even though Batman has said the name Jack, everyone's thought Jack Napier. And Batman checks up on
Just
Jack's.
Call McClure says, I like comic books and pay attention to comic news.
Ah, yes. Of course you do. Of course you do. Yeah. So yeah, you know that already. Damn it. I hate it when I tell people news that they already know. Shit. Fuck. I'm so irrelevant. It makes me think of all those
Just Call
times.
McClure says, okay, so 1,000 points per use sounds about right doing the math. Arcanoloth says, jack off at a wallpaper.
Per Billy.
Just Call McClure says, per Billy I mean.
Well, what if someone already has an accumulation of, like, thousands of points having been on here already? Should I make my own channel point system outside of Twitch that makes it so each time that Twitch is, or each time my chat starts or the stream starts, it makes everyone 0, and off in my own thing, it creates the points. So it's not a Twitch points, it's a me points. And those points are the ones you use for
Just Call
playing.
McClure says, do it.
You know, I'd make it too complicated, though. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard.
Just Call McClure says, 1 points.
1 point? Yeah. 1 points. Spork. Idiot points. You've got A points. Idiot points. I'm a dumbass. I don't know. That's a toss up there. That's a toss up right there. Tier 5 Romulan Republic. Look at that. Lilu is now tier 5 in Romulan. Let's go for broke and keep going for her. County.
Just Call McClure says, oh right I forgot.
Hi,
Are you on your feet all day? Good morning. Hey, big guy. How you doing? Hey, I'm working with you all day. I got a job. You don't need my source. Hey, I'm working with you all day. Hey, big guy. How you doing? Hey, big guy. Shitting me? You don't
Just
need
$19.99.
You don't need all these. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Billy Mays
Sorry,
here.
Billy?
Hi, Billy Mays. Just $19.99.
Here's how it goes. Good morning, everyone. Are you on your feet all day? With you all day.
For just
Good morning,
$19.99.
everyone.
You can't not help but test things, can you?
Arcanoloth says, hey big guy are you shitting me?
Hey, big guy, are you shitting me? Hey, big guy. A lot of those clips come from that Billy Mays Office thing that they did. So was it
Arcanoloth says,
10?
that's what I say when the public toilet is clogged.
Hey, big guy, are you shitting me?
Inverted Paradox says, hello Scorp.
Hello, dude. Let's see. There we go. Jupiter. I'm gonna say just fucking Jupiter. TFO Jupiter. That just makes more sense to me. I don't know. It just is. An actual out of point system. But wouldn't I have to, like, how would I display the point information for people? They'd have to, like, look it up themselves, though.
The Terrans will be here.
Ripping in a Terran. You know, people would have to, like, I guess, type a command to see how many points they have. And how would I generate the points? I mean, already...
Just Call McClure says, so Quantum Leap. It's weird. The show has you probably thinking that the code change in the QLA is leading Ben to Sam, but I don't think that is it. I still believe Sam leaped into Ben and all the changes to the system was Sam's doing.
You still think that? Well, what about you talking about yesterday that 1995 was Sam's lifeline, as in the end of his lifeline. So if it's the end, he can't jump to the future, right? Unless that was the original one, and then he got like upgraded, pretty much. It's a very good like theory that you have, but you know your theories have always been pretty much on point too. But that would mean that did Sam make him leap, or did Sam leap, give the calculations, and then
says,
leap out?
Either that or Ben was leaped in to be an evil leaper.
Take some ships and take her down. The rest of you, stay alert.
You think maybe an evil leaper leaped into Ben? But I just don't see.
Just Call Makor says, by an evil leaper asterisk yes.
An evil leaper. But yeah, because we don't know how many leapers there are anymore. I mean, you know, Sam, original leaper, or that we think is original leaper. Then we had female leaper lady who was evil leaper, making things wrong. So there could have been anybody in between, like the 1995 up until now thing, where they would leap anyway, like, you know, have leapers. So there could be a bunch of people out there
Inverted
leaping.
Paradox says, all I hear outside is beep beep beep.
Beep beep beep. Who got the keys to the jeep? Vroom vroom. Hey, there's one of those octopusy things. The jellyfish. I don't see Sam like condemning someone to the leap cycle if he knows that they can't just get out of it, or maybe Sam's trying to come back.
Just Call Makor says, I also think that Ben has control of his destination, but he is not aware of it yet. Since his second leap was into the person he idolized most.
That's a very
Murdoch
good
says,
thought on that.
did anyone watch the link I posted in Discord? It was Grom live with his girls at Drizina Station dancing to the music. Always a fun watch.
I haven't looked on
Inverted
anything
Paradox
there.
says, beep beep beep.
Beep beep beep. Who got the keys to the jeep? That does make a lot of good sense. Actually, people hit something he idolized, like maybe he has a calculation for who to leap into to progress to a certain location or something like that. Since the pilot was like redone or whatever, the boxer thing looks really interesting, since the Quantum Leap had a boxer. What if the guy that Ben may have leaped into next for next week, the boxer, he's fighting against Sam, who's leaped into that boxer? That'd be kind of cool. Like, you know, that you can imagine Ben talking to what's her name about that leaper Sam or whatever. I can warn him or whatever, like, you know, talk to him about whatever, and she's like, you can't interfere, you know, that's the way things have to be. So it could be like he's the one Sam defeats or something, you know, in that leap. Wouldn't that be interesting? Like you see like in a corner thing or whatever, the fighter guy just kind of talking to a wall, and it's actually Sam and Al talking from like one of the shots of the show. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? It'd be like a nostalgia type thing. Or what if Ben, like as soon as Sam leaped out of the boxer guy, Ben leaped into him the next day or something and continues where Sam left off for that one? I don't know. It's a very good theory that it's a destination leaping and he's control of it via software.
Arcano Loth says, Grom's my kind of party.
Projector gamma is ours.
They definitely are doing more of a type of showing the time, like showing the leaping part of it, but then also showing present day. And that's one thing they barely like actually did in the original show. Just a little bit of 1995/687, whatever. See, the actress that played the original Beth is still playing Beth. So that's interesting. Al's daughter killing off all the setting fire to her underground laboratory of information that Sam helped, or I mean Ben helped with. Fuck, you got me going the Sam Ben thing now. Damn it! Ding dang it!
Need to clear out the ship to Jupiter Station.
I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to I need to not be lazy and do stuff, but I'm lazy.
Need to get those rifts under control.
All in all, though, Quantum Leap,
Alpha is back on
episode 2 of 2022 season. Ben leaps into an astronaut that he idolized as a child.
Projector Gamma now.
The astronaut is supposed to die because of debris or whatever. So Ben thinks, well, if I stay in the bathroom, I won't die. Then they need him to go outside. Well, they think, well, since something had happened at a certain time, then if he was supposed to die exactly at this time, then why not go out earlier to fix the problem outside so the debris field won't be there at that time? But for some odd reason, the debris still comes even though he's out there early. It's as if no matter what he was going to do, it was going to happen regardless. Well, he misses the debris, he lives. You know, that's good. That's good of Ben. But then there's a chance that the crew heat shield will cause the, if they try to like go back down, because they're running out of oxygen in the space station or the space shuttle because of an accident that happened. I kind of jump around. I'm not reviewing it. I'm telling you what's happened. Because if I'm spoiling anything, then I'm sorry, but damn it, watch the fucking show. Some sort of accident happens in the bays for the shuttle out there and causes the shuttle to get out of control, and that's why they have to have Ben go out there and manually release the cargo so that they can seal the doors. But there's also like damage done by the debris. Heat shield messed up. They can't fly the shuttle back down to Earth. So they're like, well, what are we gonna do, right? Well, they look and they think, okay, well, there's the Mir space station, but we can't contact them because our antenna is out. Well, Ben's like, I have an idea. And then they make him go back outside again, and he spacewalks a second time. He points an antenna manually at the space station, but then he realizes that they can't see the signal or receive the signal because...
Arcana Loth says, I am making gravy, said the dude performing a manual release.
Manual release. So Ben thinks about it for a moment. He's like, okay, they're Russian, so they're on their own sleep schedule
Just
in Russia.
Paul McCower says, so here is what I think is going on. I think they are going to bring Evil Leapers back. It looks like Al had 4 kids with his wife at the end of the original series but now has 1. I think Evil Leapers are messing with again and messing stuff up and are doing it outside of Sam's influence.
That could be a thing. Or it could be that since the that ending of Quantum Leap was not aired, so it's not, it may not be a canon type thing. They could just have 1 daughter now. But it's a good idea to think the Evil Leaper thing. Remember, whenever Sam touched the Evil Leaper, he could actually see her for her actual self instead of the leaped self or the other person. But was that because of the quantum leap field or whatever that Sam or whatever he had, or was it like a personal connection of him carrying or whatever? I'm thinking more so like touch, right? So we may see that effect again.
Shield vessels are negating your attacks on the Enterprise. Take them out first.
And in which time are the Evil Leapers from? They could be from the future, where they've perfected leaping. They can specifically like leap into bodies that they want
You
to.
kids have fun now. You know what? I'm
Well
done.
done.
Just Call Makover says, let's say Sam can only leap within his lifetime but his lifetime ends outside his natural lifetime. Let's say Sam actually dies in 2037 but evil leapers are messing with time from 2053 but Ben's natural lifetime ends in 2077. If my theory is right and Sam started this. Maybe Sam put Ben in this situation because 1. Ben was willing to be put in this situation and 2. Because he needs help restoring time to how it is supposed to be outside his influence.
Influence.
Just Call Makover says, influence.
So Sam trying to put it all back. Who's to say like which time is the correct one after, like, if evil leapers are meddling with the time and good leapers are fixing it, you know, are they fixing it back the way it's supposed to be, or like you know, I mean, is that what Sam was doing? Was he going back to fix what evil leapers were actually doing to create problems? We'll start this one. Temporal defense. Get that one going for more.
Arcanoloth says, what if, and don't reject this out of hand, okay, open your brain real wide and prepare to receive this idea, right? What if, they jumped into a dog's balls?
God. One's one testicle and the other one's the other testicle, and they're fighting each other. Testy match. Is Sam still leaping? I mean, does he ever take a break from it, since he can control his leaping? What if Sam just, like, leaped to Ben as Sam, you know, directly looking in front of him, and he's like, "You're Sam Beckett," you know, whatever. And Sam's like, "I don't have a lot of time, but I need you to do something for me," you know, kind of thing. Sam gives him some of the calculations that he needs, and then Ben actually decides to do the leaping and does all the stuff. We won't know until further on in the series.
Just Call Makover says, I think time is being restored to our historical accuracy. Because according to Wiki, the 1998 Atlantis mission did happen, except everything happened normally with no issues. In the show the mission had issues and Ben couldn't leap until everyone was safely back home. Arcanoloth says, what if they leap into Hitler, and if they change the timeline it'll mess up a bunch of stuff, so they have to let that play out.
Yeah, well, that's what Don Belisario actually had, like, as a thing, that he would not have them leap into historical figures, aside from the Lee Harvey Oswald thing, but that he had a fix for that, to where Sam, like, history kind of, like, forced Sam to do the same thing that Oswald did, and then leaped him out right before anything happened. to where you don't really know, and then had Sam leap in on the ground area, and then the shot was fired, so you're not really sure. So they kind of tricked you on that. But that was one of his like little rules, is not to actually have anybody leap into historical figures. You know, that actually do something that's in the history books. It's mostly supposed to be like Sam would leap into people that, you know, kind of off radar, that, you know, no one really knew much about, and, you know, who the lives that they changed and all that kind of stuff. Or he'd have to follow like certain routines and rules in the leap. And they had the cross leaping where, you know, he accidentally would have someone who's there with him would leap into the other body, and he would leap into their body, and then they'd have like a problem going on. But then they took it historical, I guess, for the space shuttle thing, though. But not too much like what actually took place up there. That's a whole thing too. Like, what if they are making it like historically accurate, where it kind of undoes a lot of what Sam's been doing? Like, what about, like, say if something bad was supposed to happen to these people naturally, and then Sam leaped in, you know, back then, undone what was going to happen to him, and they had a better life, and this happened, and this, and then all of a sudden, because he did, something bad happened later on, you know, that wasn't supposed to happen in the original timeline. So then the evil leapers, I guess, would go in, and they would make the bad happen again, so then Sam would have to go back again to fix it again. You can have like that whole thing over and over and over. You can play like a little ring around the rosy.
Arcanoloth says, makes sense if they wanted to be more of a whodunit and less of a how catch 'em format.
Hey, is that Borat? Yep, there's Borat. It's so weird that you can have a thong in this game. And is that actual proper sunglasses now? Like real sunglasses? Why have we never seen actual sunglasses in Star Trek?
Arcanoloth says, very nice.
Very nice. Here's Borat. Very nice. Let's say that. Nice. Very nice, Borat. Very nice. I'm just wondering about the because this episode, the space shuttle thing, I really, though I enjoyed the fact that he remembered something. You know, they took it away from the leap. You know, because usually it's always been about like Al and Sam in the leap, and Sam.
Says, Bio says I would like to make romance explosion on your stomach.
But them jumping away from it and actually having things happen like outside of the leap, that's interesting. But it just doesn't seem to follow the way Quantum Leap used to be, where it was just one-sided, focused more on the story of helping or whatever. And that's what kind of drew people in, you know, the Sam helping people. Hell, they could have the actress that played Sam's wife on the show. You don't know what she would offer to them or anything. They could have Sam's daughter, the biological one that was mentioned, you know, before. That Sam probably forgot about somehow. Let's face it though. Scott Bakula has to make a few cameos in the first season, at least one in the first season. Maybe the last episode, last few minutes or whatever. He's got to make some sort of a damn cameo. That would be like pretty damn awesome. I'm just glad that Don Belisario does actually have, you know, he's a part of the creation of the new one, and that'll ease a lot of people. I need to watch the teaser for the next episode. You know, I thought whenever they inserted the thumb drive into the computer, like the first time, it prompted for like a password or something. Then they had that hard drive that prompted for a password, but then you stuck the thumb drive in there and it was the password for the drive. So what about the password for the thumb drive? It itself doesn't need one. It's weird. I don't know. And how the hell they like, oh, let's put this into 3D. Boom. Okay, we done it. But you have to remember that Ziggy is a supercomputer, so I guess it can do that.
Just
It's
Paul
a
McCoy
quantum
says,
computer.
so here is my ultimate theory. God has lost his shit. Turns out God is kind of sadistic. He created Earth to tell a story because he lies stories. His ultimate story is about two brothers and these brothers pissed him off and now the world is ending. Sam able to control his own leaps into Ben's song and forces him to leap so Sam can stop God from destroying the Earth. However, he needs Ben to leap into someone who works in the National Records Office so he can get his name changed to Dean.
So Sam and Dean. Sam Beckett and Dean song. The theme song changes to Carry On My Wayward Son every, like, once a year. Quantum Natural. Super Leap. The Prick God. But the overall of the episode, the last one, the one that was just on, the astronaut episode, where Ben decides to leap physically from the space shuttle to the Mir space station to knock on the door to say, hey, we need help. Then he leaps. I mean, not much really happened in the leap side in that episode. You know, nothing really awesome, in my opinion. Nothing groundbreaking. Nothing really helpful, other than, like, I guess saving lives or something, or making sure that that dude didn't die or whatever. Or maybe it was evil leapers that changed that outcome, and then Ben leaped in to fix it because he found out that it had changed. I don't know. Quantum mechanics can be very open and shut cases simultaneously. Could be on and off. Dun 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 dun. Even though it may be like an obligation thing, Dr. Sam Beckett needs to return to Quantum Leap. Loomis, you're gonna get shot, you dumbass. No, he ignored you. Damn, Loomis, what the hell? How'd you do that? I shot him 6 times. Have you forgot about Billy Mays again?
Just Call Nakor says, things that confuse me is things like it only being a theory that Ben would lose his memory. They know for a fact that Sam lost his on his initial leap, so there should be no "we thought this might happen." No, you knew that it was going to happen on past events. So why didn't they?
True. Maybe they thought, you know, had like some sort of software update and they thought, well, we've fixed it so you shouldn't lose your memory. Or maybe, well, weren't they trying for a leap in, leap out scenario? Like you can control, like going into certain person or whatever, leaping and then being able to come back. And so they may have thought that they fixed it or got it to where it wasn't going to happen. When you're thinking like 30, well, 25 to 30 years of them upgrading the leaping procedure, or maybe they didn't. What you know, what came after Sam not returning ever again? What you know, what did they do? Did they decide, okay, well, let's just shut this project down? Or did they say, well, let's
Just
continue
says,
trying something
they
else?
also said that Al ran the original Quantum Leap. But he didn't. At least I didn't think he ran the program.
No, I don't think he ran the program.
I know it was Sam's creation, but I was sure there was other people running it and Al was just a scientist.
Well, I don't think that Al was a scientist. I think, you know, because Al was military. He was there to oversee probably the project itself or whatever. You know, just to like a figurehead, but not really in charge of it, just to be there. You know, maybe he was running it. Maybe we never just knew that. I mean, Al was always off with different women, so he's really never there. Or maybe he just knew Sam. Maybe they were kind of like buddies before Quantum Leap somehow. Government funded, though, that's for sure, so maybe he was overseeing it. How'd you like it that, I can't remember female Al, what her name is in the show, for some reason. How'd you like it whenever she was sitting on top of the space shuttle with her legs down at the edge of it, as if she was really there? Like, you know. I still can't get past the shadows thing. But I think that was like that in the original series too, where Al would accidentally interact with physical objects. You know. I mean, could you imagine the imaging chamber where you're kind of just standing there all the time, not able to sit down? Or whatever you sit on isn't seen, so you're just kind of like floating there? Imaging chamber, precursor to a holodeck. Alright, why the hell isn't this is not up activating or whatever? Okay. And wasn't there's like a sometimes when Al accidentally got stuck in the imaging chamber or whatever and was like, was he starving or suffocating or something like that, thirsty? I can't remember. And I know there was that time that when Sam and Al swapped, and Sam was stuck in the imaging chamber, and like certain protocols were setting in because he would remember the protocols of why the door wouldn't open or whatever. I need to rewatch that episode because that was a good episode. Al, because it was the shock therapy one before that, the insane asylum. I remember that one, where the residents or whatever could actually see Al. Because they were crazy and tuned to the crazy. And then Sam got electroshock and whatever, and lightning and all that kind of crap was happening. So that's whenever he leaped and Al absorbed the leap somehow. And went to shit. And then Sam's like, I'm starting to remember things. Why didn't you tell me? Sam, you know. That was whenever he found out he had a wife. So they're going to keep Ben in the dark and try to make sure he doesn't remember a lot of shit. That seems a bit You look a little bit lost there, mister.
Enemy targets uncensored. Flanking damage detected.
Mr. Misty-eyed, therefore I.
Just Call Makora says, sorry, was cooking. I believe the Imagine Chamber is able to project shadows.
Hello, Samuraith. 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 Project shadows. That may mean that only Al could see him?
Samuraith says, Run Scorp Doomsday Machine is coming LOL.
Doomsday Machine. In that case, yeah, Al should be the only one to see those. Unless for some reason it's being projected into Sam's head that the shadow exists, and to the viewer it exists. Because I can give the benefit of the doubt about like light sources and stuff like that, and making hair glow or whatever. I could get that to be something real because it's a light source. You know, brightness equals yes.
Samu Wraith says, Yada.
Yada, yada.
Excuse me, sir. Can you direct me to the naval base in Alameda? It's where they
Just
keep
Paul
the
McCower
nuclear
says,
vessels.
also.
Nuclear vessels.
Come on, 3 more.
Just Call McCower says, Al's wife in the new series is the same actress that played his wife in the original.
Yep, I noticed that. At least somebody came back from the original series. And that makes me feel a little bit better about it. Georgia? Also? And she knew where her daughter was, damn it, and how to get in touch with her, damn it. So she lied to Ernie Hudson. The house scenes look like they were filmed in a backlot somewhere of just random houses that are always beautified. Do 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 do.
Prepare to beam me aboard on my signal.
Just Call McCower says, I want to know what is up with the waiting room. Maybe they will address it in the real pilot, but them not acknowledging it is making me frown face.
Nuclear vessels.
Yeah, I don't understand that. They should be having like
Samu Wraith says,
something.
Wessels Scorp.
Vessels, nuclear vessels. No, nuclear.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Maybe they'll address it in the original first episode that's next week, right?
Samu Wraith says, no clear Wessels.
In Alameda. It's where they keep them. Not where, but there. Volkswagen.
Flanking damage detected.
Well, didn't it take him a while to get to the actual waiting room anyway?
Samu Wraith says,
In the original?
it's there he keeps the Wessels.
And the dream is just a vessel. That must travel where it goes. I thought I already did this. What the fuck? That damn Voth couldn't have done it that quickly. I swear something's going on here. And the dream is just a vessel. Trying to find a wine, bada bing, bada badoo. I need to look up like when the first time the waiting room was ever seen in the original series.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do, and so do I. I believe that until proven guilty, every man, woman, and child in this country is innocent. And that's why I fight for you, Albuquerque.
Better call Saul. Dalton, attorney at law. 505-164 CALL. 505-164 CALL.
Just Call McCower says, in the original pilot, Sam was withheld information until he could remember it. So no, the waiting room didn't get mentioned at first.
I mean, there's going to be some sort of episode where they have to acknowledge that it's there, unless leaping is different and it doesn't do that now. You would think now, since we're seeing the headquarters a lot more of Quantum Leap headquarters, which I didn't know it was Project Quantum Leap, but I don't know that they actually called it Quantum Leap all the damn time. Now that we see more of the headquarters, maybe we'll get more of a chance to see
Samu Wraith says,
what the leaping is about.
Quantum Leap, so ALS in charge.
You know? Well, Al's dead, so he can't be in charge. I mean, what kind of technology do they have to make the leaping happen? Like, what kind of, is it like some sort of accelerator, you know, that they get into that causes something to happen? Some sort of singularity that, you know, because they had the whole like flipping rings thing around, kind of like in Contact, the movie. So something to do with electromagnetic fields, I believe. Part of it. They make their own Hadron Collider. Hedron.
Just Call McCower says, I don't think Al is dead. His body might have been found behind a Walgreens, but I think he will be okay. Samu Wraith says, and that's why Scorp fights for you, Albuquerque.
Albuquerque? His body found behind a Walgreens.
Samu Wraith says, LOL, why do I think Bugs Bunny with Albuquerque, haha.
Because you should have taken those left turn at Albuquerque. Yeah. It's always that left turn. Yeah, what's up, Doc?
Samu Wraith says, he always misses that left, no wonder Captain America keeps passing him, ha.
Captain Caveman. Hanna-Barbera.
Samu Wraith says, on your left.
And you always have to think, too, what left turn? Which direction? There's 4 ways to choose a left there. Well, there could be 360-degree ways to choose left. So there you go. Depending on which direction you're facing, and of those 360 degrees, fractions
Inverted
of each
Paradox
one.
Says, are you looking forward to being conscripted into the army and being sent off to Europe and fight the Russians when World War III starts?
Me? I would not be very good at fighting, that's for damn sure. I'm kind of falling apart every day.
Samu Wraith says, at Inverted Paradox we don't even know that'll happen, they'll probably fight amongst themselves.
I don't know, the Wessels have been mentioned a lot. We'll say Wessels and not use the word. Nuclear. But it's becoming something, that's for sure. Enacting a draft and your own people don't want that shit. They don't even want you doing the fighting, really. Or a lot of them. And you gotta think, I mean, Ukraine and Russia has been tight forever, and families back and forth, you know, between both. Cousins fighting cousins, they don't want that shit.
Russia has their own people fighting each other.
Yeah, they don't want to. A lot of them don't want to deal with that. You know, they like, what the fuck? We don't give a shit. Just leave it alone, kind of thing. And forcing people to into the army now versus or military, any kind of military, versus how it used to be way back in the day. You know, a lot of people have more of a choice of life these days, and for a country to just say, hey, you know, you're gonna go fight because we said so. I'm like, dude, put one of them together with another one and have them fight it out and win. Whoever wins, that's it. But then again, the challenge, right? I'd say if you're gonna challenge a country and try to take them over and have demands about things, well, okay, first, whoever wants to do the demanding, you get into the ring to fight. Then, of the people that you're trying to take over, 2 warriors are chosen.
Samu Wraith says, yeah, they're like, screw their leader, they want to prosper instead of a fight.
Yeah, they want to move forward with living versus destruction. You know, they pride their life over there, and I mean, a lot of them, you know, they can't help it that's where they're born and raised and lived and have roots, you know. And then for someone to just say, okay, well, here's what we're going to do, and you're going to do it.
Just Call Makor says, on your left is a really cool callback that I was not aware of in Endgame until recently. When Steve met Sam, they did the whole on your left gag, but I didn't realize that when everyone is brought back and Strange opens the portals, right before that Sam says to Steve on his headset, on your left. Samu Wraith says, and I'm like, why fight, just make money, everyone wins.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really been into much of the politics of it, like researching or watching anything, reading anything. So I'm really not aware of everything that's going on. But of whatever it was like, it's mostly the minority faction, or like the underbelly of the Russian citizens that he's trying to draft off as if like they're worthless, let them go die anyway kind of shit. And I don't know how the politics works in Russia. They vote? Do they select who's going to be the person in charge, president, or do they even have a choice? You know, it just seems like you can keep coming back no matter how it is, and just be the leader no matter what. When shit starts to hit the fan
Samu Wraith
severely.
says, yep, same Scorp, I haven't either, I just catch a vague headline now and then and I'm like, why are you still fighting, damn.
Yeah. All it's doing is just ending lives. It's not really solving anything. But what is a country to do if another forces their way in? But you have to defend yourself, and that's what they're doing. They're defending their right to be themselves, to be who they always have been. Just because some dude just wants to take over and get something back that he thinks that they need to have back. That's his thing. Don't bring like everybody into that. You know, if it's a personal thing toward you or
Samuraith
whatnot.
says, heard he's got bad mental problems.
Yeah, he probably does. He's starting to get that whole Hitler vibe, right?
Inverted Paradox says, T7 Celestial class incoming.
Celestial class. What ship is that? Is that an easy one to get? Wait, you said T7? As in tier 7 ship? Are they bringing tier 7s out now?
Samuraith says, it'd be cool to see tier 7 but I'm doubting it honestly.
Oh, he's just joking, you know. Don't be doing that to me, man. I've still got a T5 token that I doubt I can even use anymore.
Get shit on.
Get shit on. Hello, Riz. What's happening, dude?
Romeo India Zulu says, what up? Samuraith says,
Breaking pots.
Yo, look who's here.
Yo, look who's here. Yo, yo, yo in the house. Mr. White.
You are in Friday Prime.
Romeo India Zulu says, ah lol. Inverted Paradox says, I'd like to see a celestial class in game.
You did that on purpose. You're gonna wait till you agree.
Samuraith says, Riz.
Put the evidence in the car. I gotta barbecue your ass in molasses.
Wait, hey, you guys didn't work. I thought it was supposed to work.
Romeo India Zulu says, in molasses.
Molasses.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho.
Samuraith says, you can change your name many times, you'll always be Rizz.
Alright, Zizi.
Samuraith says, at Romeo India Zulu put it into KAAAA. Romeo India Zulu says, technically it still is.
Whoa. No, Sloth, I'll show you. Don't go down there. It's all dark down there, Sloth. It's your echo, Sloth. Echo.
Echo, Sloth, echo.
Inverted Paradox says, who would win, Darth Vader or a very powerful Borg Queen?
Now, what's the situation with the Borg Queen? Like, what would she be able to do?
May I have your attention?
Samuraith says, at Inverted Paradox Vader hands down. Romeo India Zulu
Attention,
says,
please.
Vader. Just call Makor says,
You will be silent!
the Borg Queen will win. Samu Wraith says, he'd find the Queen's lack of faith disturbing at Inverted Paradox.
Would Darth Vader be able to will out her nanites? The Metachlorians will kill the nanites subatomically.
Samu Wraith says, he could crush her implants or her skin with a twitch of the hand.
Varth Tater.
Just call Makor says, all the Borg Queen would need to do is assimilate a single Jedi to understand how they work, and Vader doesn't stand a chance. Inverted Paradox says, how would the Borg react to the likes of Vader never encountering something like him before?
Well, where would it take
Romeo
place?
India Zulu says, his use of the Force will prevent the drones from assimilating him, thus giving him the advantage in battle, which he could also win with the Force.
He'd force his way into it?
Samu Wraith says, but that's a if. Just call Makor, and even then you're in uncharted territory facing Vader.
Where would it take place? Which universe? Where would the battlefield be? Would it be in Star Wars, or would it be in Star Trek? Because in Star Trek, there is no Force. There are no Metachlorians or whatever inside everything that to allow this to happen.
Vader would break her neck just seeing her.
So, like, you know, no one in Trek universe would have the, you know, any of that, the live stuff that allows Jedis to do their stuff, you know. Because it's in all life, so what it's doing is, like, the Metachlorians, whenever a Jedi thinks of something, it's transferring that through, like, a mycelial realm, if you so to say, to something to allow that to make it happen, versus actual mind control or anything. So it's like the Metachlorians that are inside of people's bodies that they have no access to being, you know, a Jedi or not being a Jedi. It's their manipulation of the Jedi abilities that stuff has that in
Samu
it.
Wraith says, he doesn't need the saber, his Force powers. The real Vader at his maximum power would rip drones and her apart, minimal effort.
But subatomically, or whatever, would it have the life force of the universe that Star Wars has? Like, you know, everything in the Star Wars universe has these little tiny bits of atoms that are different that, you know, are mixed in with everything. So you take that out of the faction and everything, you have no Jedi, or, you know, just a little bit of a thought there.
Samu Wraith says, and we also have to say, are we talking a Disney Vader or expanded universe Vader?
Yeah. Mickey Mouse Vader or not? Mickey Vader. Vader versus Vader.
Just call Makor says, I mean, Mickey Mouse Vader straight up murdered a kid on screen. Inverted Paradox says, Legends Vader.
Legends.
Just call Makor says, that was more ruthless than Lucas's Vader, who did it off screen. Samuraith says, at Inverted Paradox, yeah, forget it, Queen's dead, there's just no debate. Inverted Paradox says, bring back Starkiller.
I remember a website out in the early 2000s where it was like comics something or whatever, where you would have like one person versus another person, like who would win, and people would vote like who would win out of whatever, and you could submit your own character or whatever as long as they were canonized somewhere or whatever, you know, like an actual real character that exists in a franchise or whatever out there. I submitted Hydro from Mortal Kombat way back then, and it was just like a, you know, not really much known about Hydro, and they rejected it. I was so sad. And that was actually before Hydro was officially canonized or whatever as a Mortal Kombat figure or whatever. Hydro.
Samuraith says, at Just Call Makor, and that's only partly what he's done. Expanded universe or Disney, he's brutally done a lot worse than that. Samuraith says, at Inverted Paradox, thought they changed their story, said Starkiller is no longer canon.
Exit the warrior today, Starkiller. No, his mind is not for rent. Damn it. God, those things are loud. Fuck.
Samuraith says, and knowing the crystals in lightsabers are alive and he made the being in the crystal bleed to make his lightsaber red, that's kinda vicious.
Fine about it, kind of vicious. Or what about his stormtrooper best friend or something like that? Well, didn't Darth Vader have a little stormtrooper guy that was his friend?
Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected.
Damn it! They really know how to make it where you can't do shit. Do 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 do. Good piggy, good piggy. Steve has been knocked out. No, not Steve. No, not Steve. Targ versus Drone thing. Oh, he fell over backwards. Look at that. Kick you in the nuts. Kick you in the nuts. Kick you in the nuts. Nice shot, Steve. Take him on, Steve. I'm watching. What are you running off for? Take him on.
Nice day today. I think I might, was that Alan?
Alan! Al! Alan!
Yeah, I don't think you need me, you know.
Alan! 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 Al! Alan! Alan! Alan!
Samu Wraith says, don't
Alan!
run away,
Alan!
Steve.
Alan!
Oh, so that's not Alan. Steve, no, Steve.
Steve! 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 Steve!
Oh, no, that's not Steve. That is Alan.
Alan! Alan! Al! Alan! 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 Did someone just say my name? Hey! 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 You say Alan!
I like that. Did someone just say my name? Where?
Samu Wraith says, hey hey hey.
Hey hey hey. Hey hey hey. Come on, guys, damn. What if God was one of us? Just an asshole on a bus.
Samu Wraith says, someone just say my name LOL like that command too. Inverted Paradox says, I'd like a Siberian Husky.
Ain't that working? No errors. What the fuck? Do.
Life forms. You tiny little life forms. You precious little life forms. Where are you?
Yeah, but nothing played. What the fuck? That's full of bugs. Shit.
Samu Wraith says, "Dang you failed me, LeVar Burton."
You failed this chat. You failed this city. Da-dun, da-dun. Arrow, you have failed this city. You failed this city. Rock and roll. Your knees weak, arms are heavy. Vomit on his sweater already.
Samu Wraith says, "LeVar, what happened to you?"
All three, he said. Whoa.
But you don't have to take my word for it.
Ba-dum-bum. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Nobody got time for that.
Samu Wraith says, "Bleeding butthole."
Bleeding. See, look, here's Commander Arnold walking around. He's trying to get back to his place. He walked behind it.
Arcanoloth.
I choose you!
He walked behind it. That's funny. He walked around it. That's funny.
Inverted Paradox says, "The hell."
Red alarm! Red alarm! Red alarm! Red alarm!
And why isn't that activated? Hector.
Samu Wraith says, "At Inverted Paradox apparently random got tired of you."
Hector. Now what's the deal with this thing up here not being activated?
Inverted Paradox says, "At Samu Wraith yet? Sure." Samu Wraith says, "At Inverted Paradox, I mean, what other explanation is there?"
Kagan.
Samu Wraith says, "Yatsput got pissed off, turned into Ultron for a second."
No, as I mentioned earlier, there's a cooldown now for commands that has been set. If you use a command, it will put you on a 60-second cooldown for that command, and it's supposed to make it so that the whole command is on a 60-second cooldown for everybody too. So if someone else tries to use the command, it's supposed to say it's on cooldown, but if it's you that it's on cooldown for, it's supposed to say you.
Inverted Paradox says, oh let me guess, Core pushed you into it, didn't we? Romeo India Zulu says, so, I decided, after donating 525,000, Dilly, I'm gonna save for Zen.
Well, it makes some sense that too many
Inverted
sounds.
Paradox says, fucking retarded hamster.
I mean, it's a bit much, I guess, the whole sounds playing constantly over and over and over and over and over and over and over, without any end to it. So there's an option. I may adjust it depending, add things here or there. It's just something working on, and a progress of something. You know, figuring it out. Because I gotta take to account that most people don't like the sounds being played constantly over and over within like such a short time period. So I'm presenting an option to see how it works. Not saying that that's how it's going to be. It's just, you know, it's an idea right now. To just, you know, see the outcome.
Samu Wraith says, at Romeo India Zulu, well, that sounds swell, Riz.
Yes, dude, I totally told you, like, start saving that, because on console, since it's so, like, low, and you're able to actually get it when you want it, save that shit. Get you some Zen. Start buying you some shit. You love it. I need to really be, like, throwing dilithium into Zen.
Romeo India Zulu says, don't it, though? 265 Deluxe yesterday.
Still in the 200s. That's a good point. That's a good one. I like that.
Samu Wraith says, at Romeo India Zulu 4, me, I'm going to buy keys, sell more on the exchange, buy a KTF ship. Inverted Paradox says, there is no dog breed like Siberian Huskies.
The use of
Romeo
those
India
is
Zulu
funny.
says, problem is I gotta grind again. I'm gonna take a break during this upcoming Red Alert event.
I'm just gonna do like one Red Alert thing, and that'd be it. Not really like continues them.
Romeo India Zulu says, do it. Karak is nice.
But correct. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Romeo India Zulu says, no, skip it altogether.
Oh. What is the red alert giving away? Was it like a upgrade thing, right? Like just some bullshit? Hello, Darth Dragonborn 107.
Samuraith says, at Romeo India Zulu LOL. Yep, what I'm thinking I do, however, would like to get that KDF carrier. I don't know if it's on the C store, but I'd love to have it.
Carry on, I'm
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, soup.
Soup, man, with soup.
Inverted Paradox says, I want more EC, so I can buy a inquiry. Romeo India Zulu says, spec point. Woohoo. Maybe fatality. I don't need either.
What is the inquiry?
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, inquiry, D's, nuts.
D's
Inverted
nuts.
Paradox says, cupcake monster that can only be killed with kindness. Samuraith says, shame the Jamaitdar bug ship isn't on the exchange. I haven't seen it, Riz.
The bug
Inverted
ship.
Paradox says, wine's howling.
The bug ship. They're like the one you get whenever you become a Jem'Hadar? Or the upgraded version of that, like the tier 6 or something?
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, also for those who don't know, the Inquiry ship is from the season final of Season 1 of Picard. The copy-paste fleet. Samuraith says, Scorp, it's part of a pack on the C store, you can't just buy it alone.
Oh. Nah.
Samuraith says, the big ship. Samuraith says, bug Google.
That one looks like a duck bill. Okay.
Inverted Paradox says, you're Zen for me?
My Zen.
Romeo India Zulu says, now that the legendary is out, nobody will choose that from Infinity and sell it. Samuraith says, so I've been watching to see if it sells on the exchange.
The Zen? Ain't nobody got time for that. Nah, you can't give away Zen, man. That is impossible. Unless it's like bought with the
Darth
lithium or something.
Dragonborn 107 says, because I have faith of the heart. Samu Wraith says, at Romeo India Zulu I just want a good tak Jamite Dar ship.
Jim Hodder. Oh, goodness gracious. God, can they just get through with this whole like execute for incompetence thing? I don't like that one. I don't care for it being there. I accidentally click on it all the damn time. Get rid of it. Why can't we do that one? Why even list it? The whole thing, like, this is crazy, right? Okay. Up here, filters. Show with met requirements. If you meet the requirements to do that mission,
Darth Dragonborn 107 says, Gem Hooters.
Gem Hooters. So it shouldn't list, because, you know, if you turn it back on.
Paradox says, my name is Todd Howard and I will find you and I will give you a free copy of Fallout 76. Romeo India Zulu says, Recon ship. T6 escort. Samu Wraith says, pass on 76. Inverted Paradox says, Todd Howard does not like this.
I don't even know what Fallout 76 is. I don't play the games. Is that the latest version of Fallout? I clicked on that one again, didn't I?
Inverted Paradox says, it just works. Samu Wraith says, at Romeo India Zulu I'll have to go look.
Ooh. Dude, already? What the fuck? Fire truck.
Inverted Paradox says, cow goes woof.
Level 25, dude. Gary's fleet's level 25 now.
Ah! I saw something, but like, it went away.
Samu Wraith says, I just am not into Fallout at this point.
Two of them. Oh, yeah, good idea. Look over here.
Damn it, Beavis, you can't do anything right. Step aside.
Cool. Everything's at level 1. Cool.
Hi, are you on your feet all day? Good morning, everyone. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm working with you all day. I got a job. You don't need my source. Hey, I'm working with you all day. Hey, big guy. How you doing? Hey, big guy. Shitting me? You don't need $19.99. You don't need all these. Here's how to work. Hey, how you doing? Hi, Billy Mays here. Hi, Billy Mays here. Just $19.99. Here's how to work. Good morning, everyone. Are you on your feet all day? With you all day. For just $19.99.
One can be a once a day thing.
It's what it's going to be eventually, something like that. But since it hit randomly, it's random is its own command. It picks a random audio file out of all of the audios and plays it.
Hi, Billy Mays here for the Big City Slider Station. The fast and easy way to press and cook delicious sliders. Those restaurant mini burgers everyone loves. No more squishing and squashing or flipping and flopping. With the Slider Station, just scoop, press, and cook right on your stove. The unique design cooks both sides at once, so you never have to flip them. And in just 2 minutes, you'll have 5 mouth-watering sliders. Use dinner rolls, potato rolls, any bun. You can double or triple stack them and watch
Sammy
your
Wraith
family
says,
attack them.
my reply.
Top with pickles, onions, ketchup or cheese, Big City Sliders are sure to please. The double-sided non-stick surface is so slick, not even burnt-on cheese will stick. Whether it's ground beef, chuck or sirloin, just scoop, press, and cook. No flipping and no hassle. Make healthy turkey, chicken, and veggie burgers with ease. And join the
Sammy
craze
Wraith
with me,
says,
Billy Mays.
James link at
You
Billy
can
Mays
also
lab.
cook them on a bed of onions
Inverted
or a
Paradox
classic diner
says,
taste.
WTF.
Slider Station is the ultimate burger press to load the grill in no time. And watch this. On a busy school morning, 5 perfect egg sandwiches in an instant. Moms are gonna love it. And when
Sammy
you're
Wraith
done,
says,
clean up some
at I am
rings.
the great
Call now and receive the
haha.
Big City Slider Station with measuring scoop for just $19.99. We'll also include the Slider Station recipe guide, loaded with my favorite creations like the barbecue bacon cheddar and the original Billy
Sammy
Burger
Wraith
free.
says,
But call
screaming at Maze.
right now, and we'll send you the quick prep slicer, perfect for onions, pickles, and mushrooms. A $20 value, free. Just pay separate shipping and handling. You get it all. Big City Slider Station, measuring scoop, recipe guide, and quick prep slicer, all for just $19.99. Order right now.
Call 1-800-630-5680. That's 1-800-630-5680 to order the Big City Slider Station, the mini burger sensation that's sweeping the nation. Call 1-800-630-5680.
Billy Mays.
Inverted Paradox says, boom. Sammy Wraith says, the perfect reply to Billy Mays short of see what happens Larry. Sammy
Yeah.
Wraith says, LOL.
Yeah, Larry can't come out and play anymore. Neither can the drill sergeant. He can only say certain things now.
Inverted Paradox says, what do you mean?
There are parts of the Full Metal Jacket audio that apparently is copyright because it's in somebody's stupid song out there in the world, where all they do is just play the drums really loud, banging on them, and they have the drill sergeant talking at certain points. And
Sammy
that
Wraith says,
flags as a copyright
I'm
claim.
sorry, I know you like him Scorp, but hearing the command has put a dislike in me for Billy Mays. Sorry dude.
No problem. I've got other plans for little Billy Mays. Right now he is on a cooldown. For like not randomly, because random always just puts out whatever. That's its own thing. But the actual command does have its own individual cooldown set up to where I can adjust it for randomly having it like forever in a day or whatever. I can make a timer mechanism for it to never have it go off within a certain amount of time. But it's always been just zeroed out to where anything can happen with it. I do realize that it's annoying. And I don't want it to be like too annoying to where it's constantly used over and over and over.
I have but one bumhole to give. Can I give it to you?
So there are plans for Billy Mays. The audio. Maybe to be a channel point only thing. I don't know.
I am the great Cornholio says, LUL. Sammy Wraith says, at I am the great Cornholio LOL.
But I can understand everyone's take on sounds. I mean, them constantly playing back to back to back to back to back doesn't affect me at all. But to some, it might be a bit much to where.
Samu Wraith says, "At I am the great Cornholio, and he gives it to you, haha."
So, yeah, think about a cooldown or a version of it or something, you know. It's just a test. I mean, it's a script. I can undo it. I can redo it.
I am the
a
great
certain way.
Cornholio says, "LOL."
It's best not to like take too much or into the whole sounds thing. I mean, I have it where if you play a command, well, it will 60-second timeout. Like, you know, it's like cool down for 60 seconds, and everyone's not supposed to be able to use that command for 60 seconds. But if you say you run the random
TV! I demand TV! More TV!
If you run the random command and then you try to run it again, it'll say it's on cooldown for you. But it's supposed to, if someone else tries to run it immediately after that, it'll just say it's on cooldown. So it kind of tells you, okay, well, someone in the chat has played it recently or something like that. And that's on 60-second timer. I mean, I could change that. That's no problem. I'm just working out some bugs with it or ideas with it. It's always a flux of change. It's going to happen.
Inverted Paradox says, "Can we have a Dr. Livesey sound command?"
Point me in the direction of what that means. Put it in the.
Samu Wraith says, "At I am the great Cornholio demands TP."
Go to my Discord sound requests thing and shoot a link to whatever you're talking about there, and
Samu Wraith says, "LUL."
I'll have a listen, and if it's, you know, available, appropriate, whatever, I can put it in there. Now make sure it's under a certain time, and you know, not like a whole like 3-minute video. I mean, and not tell me exactly what part of that you want to have or whatever. I mean, Riz did a good thing one time for me for the YouTube thing. He clipped
I am the
a
great
YouTube video.
Cornholio says, LUL.
He clipped the video to where the audio portion of it was what he would have liked to be a sound clip, and that was perfect. Just clipping it for me to just directly get like that.
Ah! I saw something, but like it went away.
Try the other eye. You've got 2 of them.
Oh yeah, yeah, good idea. Look over here.
Damn it, Beavis, you can't do anything right. Step aside.
Come on, go in there before it turns.
Samu Wraith says, "Try the other eye at I am the great Cornholio."
Oh, there's a little audio clip I want to
Samu
get.
Wraith says, "Not the brown eye."
From the latest episode of Beavis and Butthead, the new season
Samu
or
Wraith
series.
says, "Haha."
It starts off.
I am the great Cornholio says, "It's not working." Samu Wraith says, "LOL."
The episode starts out with Beavis as Cornholio immediately. Now, there's something there I wanted to get as an audio clip.
Grandmaster_Slime says, "Oh shit, I'm friends with Altair too."
First timer. Hello there, Grandmaster Slime. How are you? Welcome to this stream of Star Trek Online that sucks ass. Feel free to use swearing, vulgar language, whatever you want.
Sam Wraith says, at I am the great Cornholio Beavis as Cornholio haha awesome.
Do you play Star Trek Online? Are you a fan of Star Trek?
I am the great Cornholio says, awesome.
Are you a fan of Star Trek? Star Trek Online. Star Trek. People staring at people across the stars.
Sam Wraith says, Scorp doesn't suck ass lol.
Uh-huh. I can prove it. I suck completely. Suck as a person in real life and on here. Defeat Gorno Nimbus and destroys Zenkethi ships and oh my god. Again with the Gonker thing.
But
98.
you don't have to take my word for it.
A bleeding butthole. Bleeding butthole. It's
Just
probably
Call
about to you.
Mikover says, I have personally witnessed Scorp suck ass Kipo.
Yes, I suck completely at everything. I suck at living.
Samu Wraith says, at Just Call Mikover rolling underscore on underscore the underscore floor underscore laughing.
Let's go take care of the Gorn first. I can't change it to my ripped
I am
shirt
the great
though, damn it.
Cornholio says, gotta dip for now, back later.
Alright, dude. Well, if we don't see you after or whatever before here or there, you have a good evening, night, day, stuff.
Just Call Mikover says, dipping is bad for the gums. Samu Wraith says, if he truly sucked booty hole he'd crash into every ship and they not explode. Romeo India Zulu says, underscore underscore underscore.
Overscore.
I am the great Cornholio says, tie you as well sir.
Alright, team, come on. Let me give you a boost here.
Samu Wraith says, at I am the great Cornholio later dude. Just Call Mikover says, no tie you.
I love the face
Streamlabs
thing.
says, hate what you see?
Yes, damn it.
Please consider unfollowing and not renewing a subscription.
Unfollowing is highly
Samu Wraith says,
recommended.
at Romeo India Zulu what about the overscore?
Yeah, why don't we have overscore? Why do we have underscore?
Just Call Mikover says, straight face. Inverted Paradox says, at Streamlabs how about, no. Streamlabs says, at Scorpwana are you about to be done?
No.
Romeo India Zulu says, not seeing the button for it sorry.
What would be overscore?
Samu Wraith says, Streamlabs don't be a beach to Scorp. Just Call Mikover says, at Scorpwana are you about to be done? Scorpwana says, underscore.
There's gotta be an overscore somewhere. It's probably one of those alt keys. Alternative, like text something shit or whatever. You got to do some special crap to make happen. Or we could Google.
Inverted Paradox says, sent what I was talking about in the sound requests.
Alrighty, dude. How do you type overscore? 0175 is the alt, the numeric keys for that. Okay.
Just call Mikower says.
Damn it! You fucking did it. Shit. I was gonna do that.
Samu Wraith says, we need a overscore.
Yes, we do. I'm gonna copy that.
Just call Mikower says, underscore.
I'm gonna copy that.
Samu Wraith says, fire your overscore at Romeo India Zulu LOL.
Copied. And then I'm gonna go minimize into this. And go to my replacement words and paste that in there.
Shut up!
Alright, damn it. Shit. Save. Ah, the sound's still playing, overridden, rodent needed your sound. It probably also put you on a timeout for playing Quantum Leap. That's with the breaks, yo. See what happens, Larry? But this
Scorpwana says,
son of a bitch, it should have done something about that. Damn it. It should have, I put it in, did I save it? I probably didn't save it.
Samu Wraith says, quitting leaves? At Just Call Mikower. Inverted Paradox says, Christ me on a tea stick, this is some spicy shit I'm eating. Romeo India Zulu says, multiplicity? LOL. Samu Wraith says, you see what happens, just call Mikower, that's what happens when you mess with Samu Wraith says, see what happens.
Neat. I like it.
Romeo India Zulu says, I saw like 5 Scorpwanas in yellow shirts. Thought you made your tune your whole away team.
Yeah, I got that clone thing. What is that thing called? What is that? Oh, it's a trait.
5 score, oh dear Lord, can the universe withstand it?
Hollow decoys. Yeah.
Inverted Paradox says, what did you think, yes, no, or maybe?
Yes, I like it. The
Samu
laughing
says,
thing, I like it.
At Romeo India Zulu.
It definitely would make that a sound clip. I just can't do it right now, though. Because I gotta, like, record the audio, and if I did that, it would record everything, even like talking and stuff like that. So I didn't. Let's see. Gonkra. Yeah. It's laughing. I love it. Actually, there's another way around.
Samuraith says, that'd be like cloning Gary. That might be very baff.
Biff.
Samuraith says, bad.
Bad. Bad.
Romeo India Zulu says, I should take all my away teams to the tailor, but OMG the lag. Just Call Makor says, Roman Neo India Zulu.
Let's see. Neo. Hello, Neo. What's happening? Mr. Anders. Save. Okay, close that out. Minimize, minimize. Open that up. Put that in there. File, save as. MP3. What would we call that? What would we call that? Let's see. Livesy laugh? Laugh livesy?
Romeo India Zulu says, Romeo Indiana Kalamazoo.
Bradley Kazoo, let's have a tune, and when I count 3. We'll call it that for now. Livesy laugh. And then minimize, have that moved over, moved over. I said moved over. God, I need to build a computer. Put that in the sounds file. Boom. Paste. Done. Okay. Copy the name to turn it into a command. Here we go. Scripts. Sound commands. List goes on and gets bigger and bigger and bigger and better. Everyone knows it's Butters. Fuck me. Copy that. Paste.
Samuraith says, Romain Neon Azul RIZZ's offspring.
Offspring. And then copy that at 100%. Copy. Paste that there. End it off with a bracket. And you've got your laugh. So I'll save. And then try it out. So. Damn, it didn't work.
Everyone knows it's Butters.
That's me.
Shit.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Why didn't that work? Shit, fuck. Oh, damn. Sound commands, none type. Do I have it
Samuraith
wrong?
says, can you imagine cloning Riz?
Oh, I didn't give it a dot MP3. Okay.
Romeo India Zulu says, Spay on.
Space.
You know, like, toe stickin'.
See? Even I can't do it.
Inverted Paradox says, imagine if there were 3 mess.
Imagine all the peepholes inside of my ass.
Romeo India Zulu says, "We LOL."
Did it not work? Did ToastyCon not work? There's no reason it shouldn't work. What the fuck?
Fight off the incoming Zenkethi ships to keep control of the area.
Is there another instance where there's like shit going on I can do? No, there's only 3 people.
Romeo India Zulu says, "Same time."
Oh. ToastyCon should be a separate thing that can always play, though. That's... Maybe I just didn't hear it because that was playing, and maybe y'all saw it. I don't...
Romeo India Zulu says, "Is it though?"
Yeah, it's a separate command from the sound system and everything. It's its own entity. It should automatically do anything no matter what. I mean, it doesn't even have a cooldown. At least that's what I remember. Let's see. Yep, ToastyCon. Automatically play no matter what. No cooldown, no nothing. It should play. Why
Just Call McCower says, "So alongside Billy Verse. I think any sounds that last longer than 10 seconds should get the random timer thing." Romeo India Zulu says, "Oh well. No biggie."
It is a biggie. It bothers me that it doesn't work correctly. I can't help it. I'll have to investigate that, because circumstances, maybe it's because something was playing. I'm not too sure. It shouldn't.
Just Call McCower says, "Biggie Mac."
A random timer? Well, I've got them set for, like, the command gets put on a timer and the user gets put on a timer. Which doesn't really make sense. I mean, the command could probably be... Well, yeah, the command itself can always be put on a timer, so... But I wanted to make it more, like, informative timing. What's odd is my get cooldown time or whatever command that I have doesn't even work anymore for some damn reason. So I had to disable that part of it. Or maybe it should do like we were talking about earlier, like channel point the commands for sounds.
Just Call McCower says, "Remember when Family Matters was a family sitcom and then it turned into a sci-fi sitcom?"
Family Matters turned into a sci-fi sitcom? I don't remember that. I remember it being like aired with Perfect Strangers and The Golden Girls, all that shit on Friday.
Just Call McCower says, after something like Season 5, every episode was basically what does Steve Urkel invent this week?
Oh, the invention, okay. I remember those. Yeah. Did he do that? Did he do that?
Romeo India Zulu says, I'm gonna go. I'll see you later.
Alright, dude. Well, have a good one, Riz. I'm sorry. That is crazy.
Sorquana says. Just Paul McCower says, it is working but the audio isn't playing. Just Paul McCower says, because the image pops up.
I know what's going on with that. If the image pops up and the audio is not playing, the image is a separate entity from the audio. The image is only a GIF.
Romeo India Zulu says, see? Icon appeared but no sound. Don't be sorry, all is well.
Yeah, I have it. ToastyCon is also a sound command versus ToastyCon is also the GIF command to pop out. That's what that's about. So yeah, if as long as it's popping out the video part of it, I don't have a problem. Because since the sound is being played, it can't double play for some reason, even though that's supposed to be an ability that Windows can do, and it does for a lot of things. But the way Chatbot is created makes it's impossible. Ah, damn it. These people are capturing my shit, and I don't want to get captured, I just want to shoot shit. Finance and Kathy. Ah, sucks ass. I suck. Well, I go to work tomorrow, and then I'm supposed to be off Thursday and Friday. Maybe those days I could actually do something productive other than laying in bed and listening to my heartbeat. How about that? I have stethoscope. I listen to it. It's not happy. I like to listen to the valves opening and closing to see if there's any kind of fluctuations and whatnot. And I like to hook myself up to my own ECG thing and watch the electrical activity to make sure that everything seems okay. Even created a wiring thing to do poor man's version of a 12 lead ECG, which, you know, the 12 lead is what they use in hospitals and clinics and shit, but it costs like a fortune or whatever just to have one. So with my own little 3 lead that I have, you can create a wiring system that can mimic, or well, do the same thing. You just have to put them all together yourself to see how the functionality of your heart is without having to go to a doctor. Studying how the rhythms are supposed to be and where they're supposed to be on the scale and stuff like that. Just how I've diagnosed myself with a lot of things, just by looking at that. Watching it slowly get worse. It's even fun. Watching things
Just Paul McCower says, James Cameron doesn't do what James Cameron does for James Cameron. James Cameron does what James Cameron does because James Cameron is James Cameron. James Cameron.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Cameron. It's like they should have a movie called Nicolas Cage, starring Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage, Guest star appearances by Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage in the Nicolas Cage movie. That would work. Adam Savage posted a YouTube video of him with this Nicolas Cage mask from some random movie that I don't remember the name of.
Just says, you know that movie actually exists, right?
The James Cameron movie? What is it, like everything he's ever done in the world? Like from Titanic to stuff? What about Cameron James? What about Cameron James? Do we not need to forget about Cameron James?
Just Call McCower says, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It is a movie starring Nick Cage as Nick Cage.
Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Cage in the Nicolas Cage blockbuster event of all time. Nicolas Cage in Nicolas Cage. Leaving Nicolas Cage Vegas. Leaving Las Vegas. Would you say that he had an obsession with Elvis Presley by marrying his daughter? Who was it that posted a sound or like a request thing for Nicolas Cage stuff? That was hilarious. Or was it me in my own head? I don't remember. Like every time Nicolas Cage like goes crazy or some shit in a movie. It was funny as hell. I was thinking about making clips of that because that's funny. But I keep forgetting about it. Maybe I should make a clip request Discord channel. Clips can't be
Just
copyright
Colin Cover
infringed.
Says, is Chris Pratt obsessed with Arnold Schwarzenegger because he is married to his daughter?
Yes. I have no idea. Have you ever watched Arnold Schwarzenegger's YouTube? It's hilarious. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger here again with the new product. I have to show you what this is about. It's about choppers.
Just Call McCower says, I watched one video on it.
Okay. You probably watched the same one video I watched. I'm kidding. I probably watched more than one video. He was like sitting at his kitchen table or something. I can't remember. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Schwartz. Sexual. Schwartz. The popular unboxing video. Today we'll be unboxing the Predator head sculpt from the Predator movie that I was in. Yeah. Here's the mud that they put on my face.
Just Call McCower says, it was a video about him promoting the last Terminator movie by dressing up as the Terminator and walking around the busy Hollywood area.
Oh yeah, I watched that one too. Yeah, he was like, wasn't he also kind of like standing at a wax museum or whatever as the Terminator, and he moved and would scare people and shit?
Just Call McCower says, yes.
Yeah, I remember that one. And Sylvester Stallone has a movie, not a movie, but YouTube as well. He and his daughter are on there a lot. So Sly Stallone, you know. Sly. That movie Oscar's funny with Sylvester Stallone. I recommend anybody watch that. Oscar.
Just Call McCower says, Chandler Riggs has a Twitch channel.
Chandler Riggs. I guess everybody's got like a thing, right? Like, especially during the lockdown thing and everything of, you know, celebrities wanted to still be out there and doing, so they like Twittered, like Jason Mewes. You know, he's on there about nearly every day playing Fortnite. Jay is just
Paul
Jay.
McCower says, when you get fired from one of TV's most popular shows, I guess you go to Twitch.
I suppose so. Does that mean I got fired from one of TV's most popular shows? Since I'm on Twitch now? No, I'm not a Twitcher person. I'm not. I'm not a streamer. I'm just some stupid idiot that thought playing Star Trek Online and sharing the experience would have some sort of meaning or value. And I was wrong. That's what that is. Look at all these damn take item shit.
Just Call McCower says, I mean, if I was semi-popular I'd do the same shit. People give insane amounts of money to popular Twitch streamers. I'd imagine the same people would give shitloads more if they were a famous actor.
Yeah. I've never been popular with shit. I was never popular in school. For some reason, this lady come in the store yesterday or today, some day, I can't remember what day it was. And she was talking about how the school kids of the school that we're near, which is just about like a mile down the road, they got excited because they went to one of their games. I don't know what game it was. I can't remember what she said. I wasn't really paying attention to it, and they saw a little smart car like my car, stop, and they thought it was me, and they were excited that I was there to watch their game. Then they realized that somebody else got out of the car and that it wasn't my car. And then they were disappointed for the rest of the game. This is what this lady told me that they told her. I have no connection with these school kids that come in when I'm working. Why does seeing my car make people excited if I would to show up to a game, say a baseball game, football, whatever? Why would that matter? I mean, why would they care? I mean, a lot of them come in and it's like they pick around with me, you know, calling my name or whatever like that, but they're not friend types or anything. They're just like it reminds me of like school bullying in a way more than anything. Because I've never talked to them. They just call me by my name because my name tag has my name on it. And they know my car. I don't understand. I don't get it. Nobody's special. I mean, hell, you know that.
Paul McCower says, I will never forget the time I met Tony Amendola. I was so excited to meet someone who was at the time on my favorite TV show, and he was an asshole.
Yep, I remember you telling me about that. Let everybody know who he plays in what show. Starts with the B, and then it's S, G, Juan, Stargate.
Just Paul McCower says, he plays Bratak on Stargate SG-1.
Bratak on Stargate SG-1. Mr. Acne Face himself. There's nothing wrong with acne. I've had it bad myself too. I got called cockface in high school all the time. So I can make fun of it. Yeah. I remember you telling me about that years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago. Must have been like About 20 years ago, yeah. Has it really been 20 years? Farscape, 1999, 2000, 2001, and it's 2022, so yeah. Damn, dude. I forgot how much time has passed. I'm retarded. And I knew it. I'm here, and I show it. I figure.
Listen, Kathy, overwhelming our forces. We must hold the line.
I don't give a shit. And how was he an asshole to you, if you want to tell everybody that? What did he do that made you to go, oh, okay, asshole?
Just Call Makora says, I bet him in like 2004 or 5, but yet. I joined Sci-Fi 2000 to 2001.
And that would be the time. Remember you like flooding the channel, trolling people, upsetting people, laughing? I thought it was funny. Has it really been 20 fucking years, though? Wow.
Just Call Makora says, he was just a dick. Wanted those big dollars just to take a picture with him.
For real, yo. Man, that is something else. Like, recently, I've mentioned it, but a coworker of mine went to go see Matthew Lillard at a convention. And it was like $60 to have just a picture taken with him, and $60 again to have something autographed. Each item autographed was going to be $60. I'm like, wow. You know? Wow. I'm glad that I'm not famous and have to autograph stuff, because I cannot write my name twice the same way no matter what I try. It's always different. Forge my own name every time I write it. The image of Braytech probably
Just
died
Call
that
Makora
day, didn't
says,
it?
I got to meet the actresses that play Harmony and Anya or whatever her name was from Buffy, and they didn't demand money to get a picture with them. Just Call Makora says, I think I showed you that photo as well.
I think he did. Yeah. Well, I'm guaranteeing that, which I think we talked about it before, your whole impression of Braytech kind of changed after that. You didn't see him the same in the show as you did before. That's why, like, meeting your heroes, if you want to call them that or whatever, can be like a downer or an upper in a way. Like,
Just Call Makora says, he is my least favorite character on the show.
After being one of the one you liked.
Just Call Makora says, he wasn't my favorite, but he was up there.
Yeah. I like the lines they wrote for him, though. The bridge will be well too guarded, or whatever it is. It's like, well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. No, the bridge is well too guarded. You have more of this C4, O'Neill. Or no, it's 4C. That's what he would call it. 4C. He would say it backwards. They had some pretty good little liners for him to say. But, you know, I guess actors get to their own little thing. Like, the whole illusion of who they may be, like, if you watch them in a show, and you're like, okay, well, you know, that's how they kind of are in real life. And then you find out, no, that's not at all. They're just pretending, you know. Or they're in it for more of a monetary type thing versus the art of the whole thing itself. I mean,
Just Call Makora says, the same event I also met Gus and Jeff from Rooster Teeth and got to play a couple rounds of Halo CE multiplayer with them.
That's pretty cool. See, you physically got to meet them. That's different than my little experience. The one where you thought I was going to actually go work at Rooster Teeth. I know you were just joking back then anyway. Gary the Klingon. So I made a video that got
Just
Bernie
Call
Burns
Makora
excited.
says, OMG, I just fucking remember.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Just Call Makora says, remember when we Skype called RT headquarters?
No. But I don't remember a lot of shit. Let's do it random.
Just Call Makora says, I do.
Yeah, we were playing around with Skype a lot then. Even with Eric. Or Radkar. Apophis?
Just Call Makora says, it was late at night or some shit and we was bored.
Yeah. Probably like around this time of night back then.
Just Call Makora says, so we called their office and got an answering machine.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Now I remember that. Cause I know that when you said that I was like, we didn't talk to anybody from there, but it was the answering machine, yeah.
There are 2 active. The spatial rift will require.
They are 2 active. Okay, damn it, shit. Oh, my ship is broken. I need to fix it. People are going to start complaining. Well, welcome it. Go ahead. I can see it now. They're like, you need to fix your ship. I'm not going to be able to get as many points because you didn't fix your ship, you dummy. I'm going to report you for not fixing your ship. Who gives a shit, man?
Just Call Makora says, Rooster Teeth Community Numa video featuring Barbara and Gavin.
Barbara and Gavin. I haven't watched anything of Rooster Teeth in a damn long time. I stopped watching their Minecraft stuff too. I saw that Jack was on earlier, playing some sort of random game, or he may still be playing it right now. I don't know. Jack ass. Whatever happened? Okay, when Jack was streaming before, before the incident at Rooster Teeth that they all stopped doing everything there for a moment and then had to reassess. His dad, who looks just like Jack, I swear, he's in like a video. Jack and his dad building a table for Jack to use in his garage or whatever like that for potential videos in the future is what he was gonna do, like working with tools or some shit. I forget, but he hasn't done it since. But his dad looks just like.
Just Call Makora says, it was a fan video of different community members doing the Numa dance. I just watched it a couple years ago and seen Gavin and Barb in it and I was like, so cool that members of the community become RT employees.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she was like, what, just pretty much still living up in Canada and had just Rooster Teeth shirts and wearing them for advertising reasons or whatever like that, and they finally like signed her to come down to give her a visa and come work in Austin or whatever. And Gavin, my God, he was way the hell over there in Britain land. Just goes to show you, anybody could have worked over there, and anybody and everybody did. I swear, like out of however many employees they had before Rooster Teeth got bought out by a different company, I swear like maybe over half of them did nothing but just be there and get paid for it. That's kind of how it always seemed. Like you'd see him just want someone randomly like sit down in the background doing nothing, and all the time, every time you'd see a video or whatever. And you're thinking, do they just do nothing? I mean, make money? I just imagine the payroll thing, like going, okay, who is so and so, and why do we have them on payroll? Well, I don't know. They just showed up one day. We started paying them money. Okay, well, never mind. That's kind of how it seemed. Like the company kept like growing like super fast or whatever. Like it was going too fast. That's when they had them like move into that new building and everything. Started to come out with productions of stuff. And I think they had to lay people off or whatever. Probably the ones that didn't do a damn thing, but just ran little errands here and there. Go get me coffee. Okay. Then they started doing like an intern program too, which made a little bit more sense. And then Jeremy like joined because of a fan thing, right?
Just Call McCower says, I still remember watching the original Monty Owl Master Chief vs Samu's video and was so excited when he got hired by RT and doing his amazing work on RVB.
Hell yeah, that video was freaking awesome. Yeah, Monty was pretty sweet, man. He was pretty awesome, like content creating wise and all that. And when he joined Rooster Teeth, they just stepped it up a notch, like over the top. These characters we've been watching being played through the game, you know, animations defaulted by what they were able to work with, and then bam, you know, he hits us with that break through the wall scene, and boom, you know, so awesome. The hands, though, like after his passing, whenever they tried to continue, it's like the hands on the characters were just flat and opened up, like they didn't even try to animate them. Anyway, that's beside the point. Remember, I got an award, some sort of liquor reward or whatever from Gus, because of that video that I made for Bernie. Because Bernie was talking about it in the podcast about blowing into the Nintendo, and I was like, okay, well, here it is. Then I recorded, like, you know, Nintendo and me blowing into a cartridge, putting it in there and it not working, and linking it to the community thing, and he saw it and he's like, site user Scorpona, blah 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 blah. Then the Gus is like, bink, here, have this reward, which doesn't mean a damn thing now because
Just
they've
Paul
redone the whole
McCower
site.
says, Monty stopped work on RVB way before his death. He was working on RWBY and only did 3 seasons of animation for RVB.
Oh, okay. I knew that he was doing Ruby. That's right. I think, didn't he pass like the how he did it kind of thing over to somebody else to take care of while he was doing Ruby? And he was doing a lot of the animation himself, right? Like the martial arts and everything.
Just Call McCower says, yeah, his animation team took over and he created a new team of animators for RWBY.
MOUSE. Mackie Mouse. Mackie Mouse. You know, I have never watched one single episode of Ruby. I'll admit it. I hadn't done that. Dude, I hadn't even finished watching like Red vs. Blue. I gave up on Red vs. Blue. It wasn't them anymore. It was like other shit going on or whatever. Focused more on watching like the Minecraft stuff. Achievement hunter that didn't hunt for achievements anymore. Remember back whenever they would actually release guides?
Did you know that Bernie was on a reality TV show and was Emmy nominated because of that work?
No. I knew that Bernie like left Rooster Teeth. I didn't know that, but I remember the funny stories that Bernie would tell in the podcast they would have about him like drinking that cup of spit. That's funny. And it seemed like the earlier podcasts and stuff, he would always try to get Jeff riled up about his relationships and stuff like that. And Jeff would get pissed off. Jeff Finkel, Ramsey. That's pretty cool. Was it the movie that they created? The both the movies? Or just stuff from Rooster Teeth?
Inverted Paradox says, Borkit.
Borkit. Hello, you're still there. Alright, cool. Cool, man, cool.
Just Call Makower says, yeah, him and his girlfriend was on The Amazing Race and it was nominated for an Emmy. So
Wow.
he did a gag on the podcast for a while where he would introduce himself as Emmy-nominated Bernie Burns.
That's right. He had gotten like a divorce from his wife and had a girlfriend. I forgot about that. Emmy nominated. Oh, Rooster Teeth, way back in the day. I've still got the videos of the sim characters I created of the few Rooster Teeth people.
The scimitar has been destroyed.
The Scimitar Man. Blow, blow, Scimitar Man.
Just Call Makower says, sometimes I go back and listen to the first 100 episodes of the Drunk Tank podcast. I basically have Jeff's Xbox Gamerscore Challenge memorized because I heard about it so much.
That's right, he did have that going on to where he was like trying to get so many at a certain time period or whatever, so he had like a list of games and which ones he could get or whatever. Embassy is 1, which is pretty good.
Just Call Makower says, 10K Gamerscore in 5 days.
I probably hadn't even got that in my whole lifetime in there. I highly doubt it. Dilithium, that's what we were going for. Oh, that one's already, it's still upgrading, never mind. Oh, oh, so much for my sagging.
Just Call Makower says, listening to that podcast got me so invested in so many shows. Like Lost.
Lost. Lost is filmed before a live studio audience. Didn't get lost watching Lost. Yay, lifetime credit glitch again. Yay. Okay, let's look at the roster. Well, we still got people. Nice. Let's see, 144,000.
Just Call Makower says,
Lieutenant.
Plane crashes, audience laughs.
That zany character again. The slow Kiwi. Commander. He comes from a land up yonder.
Just Call Makower says, Locke gets up from the wheelchair and walks away. The audience cheers.
The audience cheers. Dude like starts stealing food and drops it in front of everybody and they start cackling. Whoops, looks like I'm not taking that with me. Smoke Monster's like this little paper mache thing or whatever at first that they throw in there, and then they poof up some smoke and it goes, oh my god, it's the island Smoke Monster. Hey everybody, I'm here. They're gonna have a play, Lost the Play. That sounds like what it's gonna be like, Lost Play. Those zany characters. Commander.
Just Call Makower says, Charlie does some heroin, the audience gets upset and boos.
Boo. And the one guy in the audience, oh no you didn't.
Just Call McCover says, Jerry.
Jerry. Sideways. Wayne and Garth come out. Garth. Yeah, Wayne? Oh, there's some empties. Fire. That's 100. Go for it. An all-new episode starts right now.
Just Call McCover says, did you know that the voice actor for Mickey Mouse died?
I was not aware of that, but I did see a YouTube video pop up in my left side. It says how I became the new voice of Mickey Mouse for some guy. So I figured like the previous one, something like retired or whatever. I didn't know he died though.
Just Call McCover says, yeah, Walt Disney died in 1966.
Oh my God, are you gonna do that? Well, yeah, duh, right? Okay. I thought maybe it was like a one here lately. His head's kept somewhere. They froze him cryogenically. He's in a vault at Disney. Let's go over to the Starbase. Alert. Kaboom. We've been waiting for the fresh truck to show up today, the one that delivers all the cold foods and ice cream and shit. And usually comes every Tuesday. Didn't show up today. We got a message from our district manager yesterday saying that it may be late and may not be received on Monday. We're like, well, it never comes on Monday. It usually comes on Tuesday in the evening. Well, it didn't come today. And the manager asked me to, let him know if it shows up or not. And, if there needed to be kind of like some schedule changing because it may show up in the morning or whatnot. So it didn't come, so I messaged her when I got home. It's like, well, fresh truck didn't show up. She goes, well, great. And I was like, but here's a video I found on YouTube that, you can watch them unloading a fresh truck like you do every time they show up. So here you go, have that. That way, you'll be ready, you'll be prepared. A real, asshole type thing. I was just fooling. I'm going to borrow that from the Leave It to Beaver. I was just fooling. Let's see, engineering operations, 29, well, 29, 57, we'll do 57 of them. One day when I did big, when I grow up. What is today? Tuesday? Any kind of show come on Tuesday that's worth watching? Something I can watch like really quick.
Shadow Storm has started stalking you. Just Call McCover says,
hello there.
Have you watched Jojo Rabbit?
What is that?
If not, watch Jojo Rabbit.
What is that? Thank you for the stalking there, Dark Thunder Shadow Storm. Boom. Oh, number one. Are you a fan of Star Trek? There, Dark Thunder Shadow Storm. Or Star Trek
Paul
in
McCover
general.
says, it is a movie about a kid whose imaginary friend is Hitler.
Well, no. I don't know about a movie. I'm thinking about like just a television show that I'm used to seeing. Confiscate from the crew. Yay. How about Star Trek Online, Dark Thunder Shadow Storm? That's a big mouthful. Dark Thunder Shadow Storm has arrived. I like it though. It's like dark.
Just Call Makora says.
Shadow.
No, Jojo Rabbit is that movie. It is a funny comedy. You should watch it.
You should watch it, and you will watch it. If you know it's good for you, you will watch this movie that I'm talking about. This movie about a rabbit named Icicle. I don't know how or where I would watch the movie. Is there a free location? Like, for instance, YouTube Movies. Is it on there as being, like, free to watch with ads? Because I do watch a lot of YouTube movies. When I have time. But I was thinking more like a 40-something minute show that I could just quickly pop onto whatever network thing and watch. So you know, I can't stay up all night. Watch a movie, even though I tend to be up staring at a ceiling all the time and kind of know what the ceiling's gonna be looking like forever. Damn it. Dang old, tell you what, man, dang old Boomhauer, man. Talking about www.www.com, man. Contribute that. Boom, there we go. Contribute that. Select all and go. Field for her pleasure. Okay. Tactical twice, so that's 58. We need to get for tactical. Let me talk to you again. Gary the Klingon demands an audience. More at 11. And right there. Boom. Okay. 1, 2, 10. You ever feel like you got the weight of the world on your chest? $2,000 hours? What the hell? Did you just say 2,000 hours? What the heck you're talking about, guy? What the hell, man? Well, we ran out of lunch meat at the store, so I couldn't get myself some lunch meat to have a sandwich, Tamara. So I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do about that right there, I tell you.
Just Call Makora says, lunch meat at the store.
Yep, that's
Just
right.
Call Makora says, no sandwich.
No sandwich. I could have sworn, okay, what the fuck? Was one of them not worth it? It's like, I need one more. Engineering and operations. Sucks ass. Ah, wrong button.
Pyro Communist says, hello there.
Hello there, Pyro Communist. What's happening? Fleet, what was it? Engineers, that's right.
Just Call Makora says, Obi-Wan, is that you?
Obi-Wan, is that you? Hey, man, is that you over there? Nah, man. You know, it ain't me, man. It ain't me. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ah, that was a 6. Okay, I thought it was an 8. All right. Damn it. Damn it, Meg. Damn it to hell in the handbasket. Okay, 2 of those right there. Bingo, bongo, and bagungo. Okay, so back to that. Go back to there. Go back to here. To click on that. We go to here. And then we meet the monster in the trap or something. And watch it roll and hit the bowl and knock the ball into the rubber dub tub, which hits the man into the pan. The trap is set. Here comes the net. Mouse trap. It's the craziest game you'll ever see. Why? Because it's crazy, of course. But why? Play the damn game. But why? I could think of an Animaniac type scenario there. It's time for Animaniacs, and we're zany to the max. So just sit back and relax. You'll laugh till you collapse. We're Animaniacs. Come join the Warner Brothers and the Warner sister Dot. Just for fun, we run around the Warner movie lot. They locked us in the tower whenever we get caught, but we break loose and then vamoose, and now you know the plot. We're Animaniacs. Dot has wit and Yakko yaks. Wacko packs away the snacks. Our careers have made comebacks. We're Animaniacs. With Pinky and the Brain who want to rule the universe. Our new cast of characters is
Pyro
something
Communist says, I know a guy who goes by the name Anime King.
Anime King? Nice. It's time for Anime King. I like watching Twisted Toons on YouTube. The original like voice actors for all of the cartoons that we've watched over the years, sitting up there like reading scenes from bad movies, like like movies with swearing and shit in it. It's hilarious.
Just
Twisted
Call
Toons.
Makover says, it still surprises me that a cartoon was made by Steven Spielberg made a cartoon and it was good, and Animaniacs was that show.
And Animaniacs was that show. Are you pondering what I'm pondering, Pinky? Gee, Brian, I don't know. Gee, Brian. North. Zort. Raphael. Civilian duty officers. Ass fisters. Civilian ass fisters. It's so dark over there without my flashlight. What the hell happened? Okay, never mind. Gary the Klingon. Gary. Transporter officer. Okay, buddy. Hello there, baby. How you doing? Yeah.
Pyro Communist says, I also know someone going by the name Cranberry Vampire. She's cool.
Cranberry
Just Call
Vampire.
Makover says, my gummy must have kicked in. I am repeating words.
You're repeating words? I see that. That's funny. That's funny. I like it. It's funny. Film it. Print it. That's funny. That's funny right there. That's funny. I've gone past my allotted time to be on here. Yep, your gummy must have kicked in because
Pyro
it's like
Communist
3 hours.
says, she's, well, let's say you can get white stuff from her.
White stuff from her? Could Trace sell white? Alright, I believe that is it for me tonight on the whole streaming shit show. We had Dark Thunder Shadow Storm, which is such an awesome name. Dark Thunder, and also Shadow Storm. Thunder/Storm, Dark/Shadow. I like it. I like it, buddy. That's very good, buddy. I know, buddy. Right, buddy? Ticked a bunch of people off, I suppose, with my new changes to the sound stuff. To be continued on that, though. I mean, things taken, things given. I can't make everybody happy. I'm sorry for that. I'll try to be on again tomorrow. I can't make promises. I may be dead. Who knows?
Just Call Makover says, who got pissed off? Ha ha ha.
No comment. So I'm going to throw off one of my red shirts commands. I can only do one of them now because I myself do not have access yet to repeat things on here, like repeat sounds. So it better be good.
Beam down the guards. If we're not orbiting Triacus, and the men I beamed down are dead.
Captain, we are no longer orbiting Triacus.
The men beamed down are dead. Oh, it's actually let me. Okay.
Earlier.
That must be the one I have the, or has permission on.
Captain, I see something.
Yeah, yeah, okay, the video one is or has permission versus sound is everybody can't. Okay. So that's how that works. I have it set that way. I forgot that I did that. Yeah, I did that. Whenever a video is played, it creates a cooldown. But if you have permission to play one back-to-back, it allows a back-to-back play. That's what I was working on for the video part. Because it's a separate thing, these scripts. They're not the same file. And sometimes they can't even be shifted over from one to the other, which is hard. Because you can import a part of a script over to another one, but sometimes it doesn't work right. Anyway, yep. I apologize for the whole stream. If it upset anybody, sorry. If it didn't upset you, I'm sorry. Things just have to be a certain way. And I don't know if it's going to stick that way. The Billy Mays sound could change. It could be altered. A certain way of playing it. I don't know. Whenever I have time to figure out what I want to do, then I'll do it. Right now I feel like shit. So I'm going to close her down. Alright, doing that in 5 seconds. So good night, good morning, good evening, good day to you wherever you are in the world, everybody.
Pyro Communist says, you say sorry a lot, are you Canadian?
No, I am not Canadian, no. I'm not Canadian. I'm one of these assholes, I guess, that live in America, that everyone hates America, so. They hate me too, because they don't know me. No, if I said sorry, it'd probably be sorry. You know, Canadians usually say sorry a certain way. But I say sorry because I'm a piece of shit that lives in America. And yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm probably gonna go straight to bed. I don't know. Feel a little heat, fevery, achy, that sort of thing. Probably from this thing in my chest that says, hey, let's die tomorrow. Yeah. So anyway, good night, everybody. Like I said, night, day, morning, evening, noon, fish. We will say fish. The word fish just makes it sound much better. Alrighty. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mister. Engage warp factor 2. Good night, mister. Good night, everybody.